buy houses of ours on it. So we all got together with
Minnesota.
Yes! Welcome to Weekend Live, the Hamptons Now. I am Bill McCuddy, and look who's here.
How did I
Look
get
who's
roped into
back.
this? Oh my
We've got her. Some kind of a, I don't know, maybe our president got involved, but there was an exchange with prisoners between our country and Costa Rica.
And here I am, Bridget Leroy.
Bridget Leroy.
I'm here too, Bill. I'm here.
And Patrick McLaughlin. I was
did
going to
you
get to
feel
you in a
like-
second.
No, but you know what? It's
I
really
love
cool.
you.
We're trying to trade Patrick
Let's
to
just
another
ignore
country,
it.
but you're here.
You're mean.
No,
and
I'm
he's
not
nice.
mean.
He's my friend.
Wow. we
I've been
have a-
dealing with him for 30 some odd
We-
years.
I know,
Okay.
that's why you don't, it just
So
it rolls
just try and
off
get
you.
through the next 30 seconds.
You're like a McCuddy duck.
This
it just
is
rolls off your
this
back.
is
You
Weekend
imagine-
Live, the Hamptons Now.
Bridget, when I was his producer, I was his whipping boy.
Oh my
at,
God.
C-
not
at CNBC and Fox. He just I was
Hey,
his
look at the
whipping boy.
cover just a few weeks ago of Dan's. That's the great Harry Benson's photograph of the Beatles on the beach.
Amazing.
How
And he
cool
is here with
is
some Beatle
that?
photography, also some Jack Nicholson photography, and
more.
we are going to talk to the man who is at the Contessa Gallery this weekend about shooting every major president since
Do you know
Eisenhower,
that he
I
was
believe.
with RFK when he was shot?
Oh,
on the balcony?
in no
LA,
RFK.
LA.
Yes,
LA
I
was
saw.
that was in a
It's in RFK was shot in Los Angeles.
yeah
I didn't
in
say where
in
he
a
was.
ballroom.
I just said
No,
on the
he said
balcony.
where?
In a ballroom.
No. In a ballroom.
In a
You're
ballroom.
right. In a ballroom.
Yeah.
That's right. And he was there.
And Rosie Greer was there. A lot of famous people were there that night for the rally that was going to lead to his announcement to be president. That did not happen tragically, but we are here this weekend
Yes.
to talk about everything.
But we have
in
his
art.
son now in the government. Isn't that awesome? That's great.
Yeah, I'm not getting a vaccine, thanks to him.
I'm not
Ooh,
talking
my
about
politics.
politics.
Bridget, you didn't fix me. I look like.
I kissed you, and I
Yeah,
left
you
a
got me all
little mark.
disheveled there.
We have a great weekend in store for you.
Yeah.
Looks like the weather's going to be nice. Let's throw that up for a second. We'll talk over it just to give you an idea of because what's interesting is we thought it was going to be really lousy all weekend. Now we've got clouds there on Saturday and Sunday.
I have 8 house guests. I was praying for good weather. I was
Yes.
praying for good weather.
Or else
You
they're all
don't want to
gonna
be in there
there.
playing charades all weekend.
Oh.
We have pretty decent weather considering that we thought it was going to be lousy all week long. They said it was going to be rain all day.
It's actually
every
really
day.
good beach weather
and
because
it's
you
very
don't
good
want to
beach
get
weather.
like too much sun.
The sun factor. All right, we're back to
Yeah,
live
exactly.
action. We're talking about the Hamptons Art Fair this weekend.
The Fine Art Fair.
Fine
yes.
Art Fair.
Yes.
Fine Art
Well, there's so many. You have to like differentiate which one it is. Yeah.
You know, but there aren't as many as there used to be.
No.
And Steve from Contessa will tell us that it's gotten down to a reasonable number, a
Yeah,
manageable
yeah.
number. And of course, he'll make the argument that there are great galleries here all year long.
Well, there are.
Not
He's
only
one
is
of them.
Steve running one of the best galleries in the Hamptons, he is one of the sharpest dressers in the Hamptons, bar none.
Totally. In fact,
Like-
every time I see him, I'm like, ooh, I want to wear that suit.
Let me see what his shoes are.
Yeah.
Actually, his
Well, we'll
shoes
see
are
in a
pretty
minute.
mundane today. We'll have to show them. Like normally his shoes are like.
No, those
little
are
bit
those
more
are
flashy.
very special shoes. You
So
don't know
the art,
shoes.
the Fine Art Fair is happening. Also,
Yes.
the
There's a lot.
18th Antiques Design Show, the thing at
Yes,
Mulford
at
Park
Mulford-
every year in East Hampton
Mulford
is happening
Farm.
this Mulford Farm.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
He
It's-
calls it Mulford Park.
Does anybody buy the Mulford Park is melting
Yes,
in the
that's
dark?
what I was thinking of.
Does anybody buy antiques anymore?
I think so. I
Okay.
mean, that's a
We
Sorry.
we collect mid-century modern furniture.
Yeah,
like-
that mid-century modern. is the
mid-century
only
modern
thing.
always cracks me up. You mean like stuff from the 70s?
No, like Italian, like Gioponte and Dunbar and all these other, you know.
We
You like-
display our GI Joes and Barbies on those mid-century.
I personally, can I tell you though? I collect mid-century IKEA myself.
That's very funny. No, but that's always one of the best, fun little places still to kind of look around and
It
find.
is.
You
It
know,
is. You feel like
little
you're on
things.
Antiques Roadshow, and it's right here at
It
Mulford
is. Farm.
Yeah.
Mulford Farm
Also,
and Home Sweet Home.
an alarming number of galas this weekend. I, by the way, had the good
Are they
fortune
galas
to
or
do the
galas?
galas. We did the Southampton Museum
Oh,
last Saturday night.
Yeah.
And
Who's the we?
raised a little money for that. Well, a bunch of people showed up.
Yeah, yeah.
And I opened with the line that the party at Diddy's has been canceled, and that to that crowd was like performing to an oil painting.
Oh,
But
no.
then I pointed out some things about the 1650s, and they perked right up because they were there, including the fact that there are 6 houses in 1650 in Southampton and 32 real estate estate brokers. So a lot of
Yeah,
people
there
don't
you
know
That's
that.
wow. That's
And by the way,
amazing.
the original owners still live in that house.
Seems that way.
I saw them at La Charlotte the other
But
day.
they all look like they're 60 or something because
Yeah.
they're like that.
Jazz
But,
Fest starts this weekend. The Longhouse Summer Benefit, celebrating something called Luminosity, is Saturday night.
And
The
there's
Bay
the
Street Theater Gala.
I'm going.
Gala Gala.
That's one of the things I'm back for.
The thing that Richard Kine cracks me up every
He's so
year
much
at.
fun.
He's a great auctioneer. We
Yeah.
both do the same thing, but he's much better at it than I
Yeah.
am. Has better stories.
He is.
And he's got $1 million in a briefcase that Clooney gave him.
And they're
Right.
honoring
He's one
Donna
of the
Karen.
11.
They're honoring
Yeah.
Donna Karen and Christy Brinkley.
Yeah.
and Mala Sonder.
And Molly Sonder.
I don't know who she
That's
is.
right.
Yes, you do. She's
No,
in
I
real
don't know
estate.
who she
Oh,
is.
stop it. Come on, play nice.
I don't
Are
know.
either of you going?
I don't know her.
In
Where,
the
what are you
same
guys doing this
sandbox.
weekend? Are you
I saw
going to
Mala
any
this
of these
morning.
things?
No,
What
I'm
about
going to
Soho?
Kevin. I'm seeing Kevin Hart in
Oh, wow.
Montauk.
Oh, that's
Saturday
amazing.
night. Kevin Hart is opening. Murmur's bringing them out, and in his rider, I got a little backstory here. In his rider, he has it's in his contract that he has 3 people opening for him.
Mm-hmm.
He brings 8, let's say, in his Rat Pack, and they just kind of decide who's going to go on. So they go on for the first hour, and then he
Right.
comes on for an hour and a half after that. That's all to benefit the nice folks out at the Lighthouse Museum. It doesn't stay lit without $2 million a year
Wow.
in charitable
That's
donations.
crazy. That's
So this raises a ton of money.
Sure,
They got
it was-
Nora Jones coming next month.
Was John Mulaney last year?
John Mulaney
Was it?
last
Yeah,
year,
and Rufus Wainwright has done
Rufus
things like
Wainwright
that.
was one of the first.
That's great. So you're doing that. What are you doing this weekend? Anything fun?
I have 8 house guests.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Never mind. You
I have
are
8
off
house-
the table.
I have
He's
8 house
cooking.
Yeah.
He's mostly cooking.
And that's why we wanted to make sure the weather.
We have 8 house guests. Did I say that?
Guildhall
said it
has
a
take
few
them to
times.
Guildhall. They've got the New York Philharmonic coming, and Sunday night it's Reggae Fest at the Clubhouse.
Well, let's not forget the summer gala for the South Fork History Museum because that's
cool.
always a really, really fun benefit.
In Bridgehampton, am I correct?
Yeah. at
And also
Bridgehampton.
there's also an art exhibit at Ashwell Hall this weekend. Some local artists are there all weekend
Oh
exhibiting
my
their
gosh.
stuff.
Wow.
There's
Yeah,
so
there's
much
so
going
much.
on.
It's
Lots
too
and
much.
lots of
It's
art.
Or
almost
do
too much
nothing.
show.
Just hang out, you know?
You know what? I
So
brought some of
much.
my spin art to Steve. He said he wouldn't show it.
But that's mid-century modern.
The way I
Damien Hirst. You
it
can
is.
just put it up.
There you go.
Later on in the show, the chef and his wife, they're both chefs, from one of the hottest restaurants in East Hampton. It's called Weigh-In. Last year it was on Race Lane. Now it's out where Harbor Grill used to be.
I went and it was as good as everybody says.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It was really great.
is.
It was really great.
We had dinner there the other night with a buddy of ours, Elliot Cooker, who
yeah.
was on the show.
Oh yeah, that
last
was nice
week.
of you guys asked me to come along. That was
Okay,
so nice.
well, Elliot's not feeling well, so we send our best wishes out to him. But other than that, it had nothing to do with eating at the weigh-in. It was, and we had the lobster noodles, we had butterfish, we had, and
sounds
this
so
location
good.
is better for them because, in my opinion, it's got like a little outdoor space, and you can see the cut there, part of
The marina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what body of water is that on
Three Mile Harbor?
East Hampton
Nick.
Point?
It's 3 Mile
Mile
Harbor. It's
Yeah.
3 Mile
Isn't it?
Harbor.
Yeah, that's
3
why
Mile
it's on
Harbor.
3 Mile Harbor Road.
Yeah. Jeez, you guys.
Crazy,
I don't
crazy.
even
All
live
night
here
naming
anymore,
that.
and I have to tell them where.
Where do you live now?
Costa Rica.
Oh,
She's
I know, I'm teasing
our
you.
ambassador to Costa Rica. Thank
am.
you to our president.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God.
So in the meantime,
Yeah.
let's we're going to go meet Harry. But
I
in
think
the,
you should.
in the meantime, before. If you're new to the Hamptons, I want to let Bethany Frankel give you a tour, a quick tour of which Hamptons you should be spending time in this
How many
year.
expletives are in this?
No, this one has no expletive.
Expletive. Say expletive. Bill.
Say hi to Bethany Frankel, and then we're going to say hi to Harry Benson.
Rich bitch supermodel snack while we speed date me explaining the Hamptons to you, the towns. West Hampton is the first town in, and it's got a cute town, ice cream stores, nice shops, all of it. It's the closest one to the city, on the beach. Next towns are Quogue and Remsenburg. Quogue is also on the beach. There's no town, but beautiful. Remsenburg, not on the beach, on the bay, I assume. Watermill's Southampton is the next one in, and it's a big town that has highs and lows stores and highs and lows restaurants, which is what I like about it. The kids, the teens love that town the most now. That's a shift. And they have Ralph Lauren, but then they have a cute little like cheapo store. That's what I like about it. Then you get into Watermill, doesn't have a town, little shopping center on the beach, cute, fine. Next town is Bridgehampton, which has a town. It's on the beach. it's like sort of in the middle. I think it's the bridge. I call it that because you can get to Sag Harbor easily. You can get out to East somewhat easily. It's kind of in the middle. If you're very social, that's a good place to be. And it's a beach town, and the town is nice. The restaurants are nice, but it's not really a town to walk around. For me, it was too far in. I like to be close to get in and get out of the city, the airports. That's just my personal choice. I'd choose that over social within the Hamptons. Then you get into Sagaponack, which is not a town, doesn't have a town, but it is on the water, Goldman Sachs, billionaires, but the next town is Wainscott on the way to East Hampton, another town that's not a town. There could be like a pizza place or Home Goods there, but it's not a town. All of these communities are psychotically wealthy by the beach, but you can always find deals away from the beach. Then over to the left is Sag Harbor, not on the beach, it's on the bay. That's like a little marina town and cute and has kite stores and restaurants and somewhat highs and lows, but the stores are not elite, like they're not having, you know, Tiffany or the major Louis Vuitton or that kind of stores. That's reserved for East Hampton. Sag Harbor used to be the town besides Montauk with like the family charm. Now it's like a zoo. So the parking, the cars, the thing, it's a thing. And it's much hotter because it's not near the ocean. And then you get out to, I said Wainscott, which is on the way to East Hampton. East Hampton's like sort of like richer, bitcher, more luxury stores, but close early. Like those stores are closing at 6 o'clock and the restaurants are all like the Palm and like rich bitch restaurants. And for me, I prefer South as a vibe, but another beautiful place, tons of money, don't worry. Get to Amagansett next town, coming towards Montauk, the end. And Amagansett is beautiful and family and has a cute town, but like more like the West Village. It's like sort of like billionaires cosplaying boheme and like earthy, right? But they're all rich, but not every single person. And every single town has highs and lows and deals on houses. Then East Hampton has the Springs, which used to be not it. Now it's more of a thing. It's far and it's on the water, but it's like another little community, but not on the beach. Then you have Montauk, the end, where you have Surf Lodge. And I used to go to Surf Lodge. I used to go to Montauk and Duria's when it was plastic tables. It wasn't what it is now, or Sunset Cafe before it was Navy Beach. I lived there for a summer. And then you have Shelter Island, which you take a ferry to, and it's cute. And it's got Sunset Beach, Vine Street. It's got an ice cream store, got another restaurant. It's fine. You have to take a ferry. So for me, that's trapping. That's the Hamptons. It's all good. And there are so many things to offer, but you choose your own adventure.
What, she didn't have time for Block Island? Come on, she got the whole thing there.
That was an opus. I think they call that an opus.
With a D in front of it.
Yeah.
Our next guest got his big break in 1964 when he was asked to photograph a little band you may have heard of called the Beatles.
I hate when people do that. A little something called.
He's also has shot Jack Nicholson, as you see behind me, and many, many, many other famous people. MLK, every living president since Eisenhower. And it is a great, great honor to have Harry Benson with us here today. Harry, thanks for joining us.
The honor is mine.
Yeah.
And with him also is Steve Hartman, who is the gallerist from Contessa. And that's where Mr. Benson's works are going to be shown this week.
All weekend long, Harry. Are you excited as we are?
Can't wait.
Amazing.
Hey, set up the story about getting the call to go out with the Beatles. The year is 1964. They're gonna play here for the first time in America.
Yes. I didn't want to go because I had a better story I was on.
A better story?
Yes, it was to do with the royals.
Ah.
And there's nobody more important than the royals.
Right.
And it meant Buckingham Palace and the Beatles came up, right? You know? I knew about them, you know. But I went with them, and after being with them a couple of days, I realized that was a new one because that was the big story.
Yeah.
Real sensational.
Yeah. But it sort of happened right in front of you.
Yeah,
They sort of exploded.
That's right. All the songs, All My Lovin', and you know,
amazing.
It just were, you knew it, and it was in America.
Right,
I said, I told the Daily Express, I'm not coming back.
Really?
You stayed here?
I'm going to stay.
So you were based in London, you thought you were going to be shooting the Royals, or you thought that was a better story, and they called you up and said, follow these 4 mop tops, and you did it, and the rest is history.
That's right.
But can I just say my favorite word? You're from Glasgow, which makes you a Glaswegian.
A Glaswegian.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course it is. What, you think I just made it up? I
Well, you
looked it
make
up.
stuff up all the
No,
time.
I looked it up on my phone. I mean, it's so easy now.
No, but Glasgow had a lot of. No, I'll tell you, one of the things that makes them different. There's more volunteers for Glasgow to go to war against Germany than any place.
Is that true? I did not know that.
Well,
Wow.
the Scots are a
And they
fighting
were
people.
and they weren't the richest, you know, it was a Scottish working class town, you know.
Yeah.
But in Glasgow, they got more volunteers to fight Germany.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is there anyone in history, all of history, living or dead, that you wish you had had a chance to photograph?
Well, I did photograph a lot of Churchill.
Yes.
Like I worked for the London Daily Express, and Churchill was Churchill, you know.
Right.
Yes, he was.
You know,
And was that
and he's there, you know.
Did you feel like you were truly in the presence of a great
Absolutely. Oh,
statesman?
absolutely.
Did you go down to the little bunker he had, the little
Yes,
office?
it would show you that kind of just a bunch of pieces.
That's
you know, but,
fantastic.
you
That's
know,
a museum now. We should tell people if they don't know, they're going to London, they can go see that little, it's a tiny office that he
Yeah.
literally ran the whole war out of.
Yeah, because it was bombed near there, you know. And he stayed in London during the Blitz, during the bombing, you know.
Now, Steve, how many pieces will we be hanging this weekend?
We're going to have over 60, which will be the largest retrospective that a gallery has ever mounted of Harry's work.
How
So we're
exciting.
very honored.
Is there
One of the pieces does have Churchill at the Harrow School, and we have sold that piece before. And what's been incredible is how many people come to me and say, "I went to that school." People from America. So I always found that very interesting that has been a nice seller. An English school.
That was a boys' school, Harry, or like a?
Boys' school. I never
preschool?
went there.
Right,
I went to some scruff school in Glasgow.
Is that what it was actually called? Some scruff. Sounds
We
Scottish.
didn't wear white collars. Or,
No Eton or
No,
Harrow. No,
no.
no, no. But that's so exciting. Is there a reception you and your wife Gigi are going to be attending? at,
Yeah, are they
the
throwing a
gallery?
big party for you this weekend at Contessa?
Of course.
Is that
Okay,
right,
good.
Gigi?
Yeah, we have two receptions Saturday night from 5 to 8, and Sunday from 11 to 1.
Oh,
We're coming.
Thank you.
We're
I've just
coming.
been invited, so I
Okay.
think
And
I'm
Harry
going to
will.
He meant +1. So,
I have a +1. He's my husband. But
so from 1964, let's fast forward to the making of The Godfather. You're in Little Italy, and this photograph is from the day that the Don gets murdered, right?
Let me see him.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
this
he
is
doesn't
the-
get murdered. He gets shot
Well, no,
5
he
times.
did-
He
well, he
survived.
did-
Yeah,
Attempted
that's
murder.
right. That
He
was it.
survived.
That
You got to
was
watch
it.
the
So
whole
you were
saga
on
again
set,
now.
you were like the on-set photographer for
No, I
that?
wasn't on set. I was just in for the day because it was hellish being on sets. You could watch a fly die. It was hellish.
And-
If you were, just in and out.
And
Was
is it
Coppola difficult to shoot
No,
around?
he was
No.
fine.
Brando?
Brando was.
He was a piece of
Oh
work.
yeah, he wanted because it is still a bit degrading for an actor, especially of some
Merit.
guy who's 5 feet tall telling him that wasn't good enough.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So did he go to his trailer in a huff?
What?
Did
Yeah,
Brando-
no, then he wouldn't show
his
up for
caravan?
hours.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Well, it was a real struggle. Paramount didn't want him, and they had to, and Coppola had to fight to get him the job, and so he knew the whole time he was there that he was the unplanned child, and yet it turned into an Oscar-nominated performance.
yeah.
Winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one day on the set, just the way it was, I happened to be standing beside him, And he gave me a nudge and he said, "You're going to get good pictures today." I said, "That's good," he says, "because I'm going to be difficult."
Yeah,
That's this show every week.
Yeah, that's
You
you.
know, and he was, you know, I was ready for him. So he was a cunning old.
Right, right. But you also have to stay kind of out of the way too, right? You have to be like a fly on the wall and not intrusive in the shoot.
It's hard being flying the wall, or if I fly in the wall, that's where you would stay on the wall. I mean, I'm not joking. You have to
Yeah, you're moving
become
around.
obnoxious and put yourself
Yeah.
Right.
in. I've got to get a picture here, you know, that because they didn't send me to become a fly on the wall.
Right.
You know, it's business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And then the fly on the wall gets thrown out. you know what I
Right,
mean?
sure. Now, let's talk about the presidents, because who was the easiest and who was the most difficult of all the presidents you shot?
Actually, I liked them all, really. I liked Jimmy Carter.
Who was, yeah?
Yeah, because he was really a modest, decent man. And I liked the way he always called me Harry.
Oh, really? Yeah. The way he said it with his accent was like,
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was,
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah. But I also wanted to ask you, because it's all about me, of course.
Uh-huh.
You had a chance to photograph my dad, Warner
yes,
Leroy,
yes.
and you took a picture of him at Maxwell's Plum. Was that it?
Some place like that,
Yeah.
yes.
he was
Yeah, that's what I
difficult,
heard.
right?
And if he
Oh,
owes me,
never.
Runs in the
he owes
family.
me money, but
Well, I'll have to go searching for that photo. That's great.
joking.
No, I know you are. I know. You know, yeah. But so, what other things are there? Oh, I know what else I wanted to ask you. You photographed Elizabeth Taylor,
Yes.
kind of famously before and after she had surgery. What was her thought behind having you do that?
she was humble.
Yeah.
She would just go or leave it to you, you know?
That's great.
And, you know, and there was no, oh, not this, that.
Pretentiousness.
No, she was a professional, you know, I mean, she'd done it all before and back.
Yeah.
Right.
And she can handle me all right, you know. Well, you know, she was no trouble.
That's lovely.
And good manners, and would see you got what she was getting, you know, the drink on the set of what, you know.
Yeah.
She was.
Oh, really? She threw a few back? Listen, the book is also called Harry Benson, The Beatles, On the Road from 64 to 66. You'll have copies of that, obviously, at the gallery.
In my pocket, too.
He's got it
Big
ready.
pockets.
And it's over 60, did we say?
Over
pieces?
60 photographs.
So all this weekend long, the Immortal, there's the book in the upper corner there.
I love that photo.
It just, you know, you shot for life, Vanity Fair, people. And we were very, very honored to have you here today, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
We will
Larry.
come by this weekend. We urge everyone else to do it. We rarely get a round of applause here. I never get one. So, Harry, thank you so much for
But
But it was
joining
a
very
good
nice.
score.
and Steve, thanks for bringing him
Thank you,
by.
Steve. We'll
Hey,
see you
listen,
tomorrow.
we mentioned Brando a moment ago. He starred in one of the original Superman movies, and now there's a brand new
Jor-El.
Superman opening this weekend in theaters everywhere. We got a chance to go behind the scenes and talk to James Gunn and all the other folks on the making of the film. Take a look at that.
You know where Superman.
Being a child, I loved the purity of Superman. It was a time when I was starting to understand what movies were.
James didn't know that Superman was in his future. He wasn't sure that that was the one he should be doing. And then he called me one day and he said, I have a way in. I know what I want to talk about.
I had been trying to crack it for years. This character is noble and he's beautiful.
We just finished day one on Superman.
It's been a hell of a week at the office.
His scripts are so unique, his stories, they're heartfelt.
You know, we love the opportunity to play with the incredible DC library of characters and stories, and we really want to do justice for them.
Welcome to the Daily Planet. It's been so much fun to have the gang together finally.
I wear my trunks on the outside of my pants. Like, it's liberating.
James and his stories, he does it with heart.
Superman is a character who's good.
Who is filled with hope. He saves people because it's the right thing to do. We could use a little bit more of that.
Superman was my original superhero, and it started on in comics, and I think it's going to be a game changer.
This is the beginning of the future. They are launching a new era right now.
It's the beginning of a whole new adventure and a whole new universe.
We're just getting started, and we're already deep in the DC universe. In James Gunn we trust, and I think we can do it.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet, but it's doing really well on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's Boffo.
86% with critics, and I think like 90-something with the audience.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's
just
good.
opening this weekend. Some of those numbers may change slightly, but yeah, it's it's a tough. It's like Spider-Man. They just keep reinventing it and redoing it. This one doesn't have much origin story, and I couldn't give it away if I wanted to because I haven't seen it. But there are 3 massive cameo surprise guests in this movie.
Well, we know it's not Christopher Reeve or Margot Kidder or Marlon Brando.
Well, unless they're done in some kind of a
Some
CGI.
Oh, maybe. I didn't even think about that.
Because
Yeah.
Jor-El in the original left all those holographic videos for his son
Oh,
to
that would
watch.
make
so
sense.
they could totally recycle
That's
the
right.
Marlon Brando
Good.
thing.
Yes.
And they have the
yes.
dog in this one. They have Crypto, which I only remember from the comic books as a
Somebody
kid.
pointed out Crypto, if he came with Superman in the origin story, would be 210 dog years old. So maybe, and they never explain the origin of the dog. That much I do know in this because
that's
that's been
fun.
chatted about online. Let's put up all the movie times opening this weekend so you can see, as we said earlier when we told you about the weather, it's going to be a pretty nice one, but a little overcast. So
I would
if you're
still
going to
go
go
see
see
Superman.
there it is.
Yeah.
I assume it's an IMAX at Southampton Playhouse, right?
Yeah, IMAX.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, it says so right there.
And I
Duh.
think maybe it's in 3D at a couple of different places too. So that's going to be great. And let's see what's there's Sag Harbor. They've got Superman also, Jurassic World. So it's kind of dinosaurs versus cars and Superman. And so that's a look at your movies. And
Now, what are we doing next, Bill? What are we doing next?
for the interview portion of the program, and look at this for the magic of semi-live television. We have a new guest here at Home Base, and she's going to tell us all about. We mentioned earlier one of the exciting things that's happening this weekend is we're getting a new designer house, and introduce our special guest who's going
Iris
to take us on.
Stagner, who's the big macha there at the designer
Welcome.
house. Iris, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Now, how many years has Designer House been going?
This has been going on, I've been doing them for 18 years.
Wow.
But this is his 7th one in the Hamptons.
Wow.
And the way it works is every designer gets a different bedroom or bathroom or little corridor or giant room, and they put their own stamp on it. So it's like really walking through a dozen different design visions. Is that?
That's exactly right. The only difference with the show house is I try and make it as cohesive as possible.
Oh, interesting.
So that a lot of show houses
Correct.
are very, it looks like
One has jungle prints, and then the next one has,
pink rhinestones.
Well, that's a really good point. So what do you say? Like we have a color palette we're asking everyone to use, or we're staying in contemporary, or we're staying in eclectic? How does that work?
I actually start with a story of like a family that might be moving in, whether they're art collectors or they're, have children. And then from there, I take the color palette with the kitchen, the floor, what's already there, and I create like a little color story. And I tell my designers, this is how I'd like you to stay in this palette.
Right.
And if they have a little pushback, I say you could do a bedroom or you could do another room that you could close. But if you're going to be in the main area, you have to be a team player and be cohesive.
So an open area like a living, dining, den, kitchen area sort of has to have some cohesiveness to it. So you turn some things down.
Absolutely.
We do have video of some of the rooms. Can we show some of it?
Go through some of these as they come up on the screen.
As they come up, you can tell us what they
You can sort of
are.
describe what we're looking at. We have a couple of different videos here. So this is the main living area, I'm assuming.
That's a main room designed by James Hunniford. It is neutral, but everybody seemed to do neutral with a pop of color. And when you're going through the show house, what you're going to see is you're going to see the best of design. You're going to see the newest trends, the newest colors that people are using. And you're going to leave with lots of new ideas to refresh your home.
So the story that you told that you wanted everyone to sort of stick to was what this year?
It was neutral with a pop of color.
That was literally. Oh, okay, sorry. And, okay, so we've got 4 of these, so we're just going to run those sort of and
This is continuing more.
describe.
This looks like a den of some sort.
This is the junior master, which has a little sitting room.
I'll take that bathroom. Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
The bathrooms are incredible. We have a bunch of sponsors that join along. Farrow and Ball, so people have used Farrow and Ball's wallpaper, and they've used their paint. We have Star Carpet is our exclusive carpet sponsor. So yeah, you're getting to see the best of the best in
So
design.
the designers literally go shopping within some of the sponsors' catalogs and books and decide what they want from that particular
Exactly, and then you
vendor?
have the designers that want to go elsewhere.
Hey, where is the show house this year?
This show house is in Watermill.
Yeah, it's in Watermill.
It's in Watermill. You know the address?
I know the address. I have it written down right here. 392 Seven Ponds Towed.
Oh, so it's kind of on the back way.
Right.
Shh,
don't tell people that.
But the most
Nobody knows
important
that.
thing about the show house is
We're hearing a little audio from the tour. But the big opening party is actually coming up tomorrow night, July 12th.
tomorrow night with your whole list of things that are
If
going
you're
on
watching this on
Saturday
a
night.
Saturday, it's tonight. If you're watching this on a Sunday, it was an unbelievable party last night. I can't believe
Sold
who was
out.
there. It was crazy.
But it continues. But the house is open throughout the entire month and into August, and it's
Correct.
open. I correct me if I'm wrong. Thursday through Sunday.
Correct.
11 to 5. Now, if people want tickets, what do they do?
Go online. You can buy them at the door, or you can go online and purchase them at holidayhousehamptons.com.
Yeah.
Now, is the house for sale?
The house is for sale. East End Building built the house. Mike Crescido is an amazing guy who we partnered with, and he is looking to sell this beautiful house.
Now, we're not allowed on public television to say how much, but I could safely assume it's over.
Double digits.
Okay, yeah.
How many is that?
But
3,
the
4,
most
5?
important thing to know, besides the design, is that we're here to raise money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation.
Oh, and how much have you raised over these many years? Do you have any idea?
Over
But so-
$2 million.
Wow.
That's a nice
Just from
chunk of
people
change.
coming to see a cool house, and then if you do buy it, do you buy it furnished? Do you have the option of saying?
You have the option. You have the option of taking everything, taking 2 things. Yes.
So if people also want to get tickets for the benefit on tomorrow night on
Or Saturday, if you're watching it Saturday or
Saturday
last night.
on the
They'll accept the donation on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sure will.
Go online,
What's that?
holidayhousehamptons.com.
It is a white party,
Ooh.
and it's very fun. I have everyone dressed in white so that the designs pop out.
The house pops. Very good. Well, Iris, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
We
you for
appreciate it.
having me.
Iris, thank you. Good to see you again.
Come
to
back
see
next
you.
year.
I promise.
All right.
Awesome.
What's the theme next year? Give us a hint. Come on.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's
Get it out of
ooh?
her. Okay. Hey, listen, there's so much more show. We're going to have obviously a real estate roundtable in a moment, but we're also going to take a look at some amazing, amazing food. All right, have you signed up at Hungry for Hamptons on Instagram? Do, because this
His daughter runs it,
weigh-in
yes.
is one of the restaurants on that. In the meantime, what's the weather going to look like for this weekend? Let's take a look. You know, if you're
And
just
we're back.
joining us, this is Weekend Live, the Hamptons Now. I'm Bill McCuddy along with Bridget Leroy and
Here I
Patrick
am.
McLaughlin. Bridget
That's him.
from Costa Rica. We
No, I'm
saw each
actually
other
here.
this week
We did, and
at a
you,
James Lane. No, was it a Dan's Paper thing or a James Lane Post thing? She's always saying about Dan's, there's really no other publication in the Hamptons.
James Lane
but-
Post, my newspaper, and and we were there, and you roped me into this, and I said yes. I don't know why I said yes, but here I am.
To
and I'm
see
glad
me
I am.
again.
Exactly.
I haven't seen, I've got to remember the last, I think I haven't seen you since October.
Is it really that long?
I think it's been that long.
But,
Are you writing for something like the James Lane Post in Costa Rica?
No,
like the Costa...
No, I'm writing for James Lane Post.
Oh,
If you
okay.
ever opened the thing, you'd see that. I'm actually not in this issue.
This episode, whatever.
Issue, whatever. I have so many media. I'm a media personality. What can I tell you? But no, I don't have anything in this one. But we have Rebecca Minkoff on the cover.
Who is Rebecca Minkoff?
Oh, don't do that to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's a very important person.
But she was at the party.
Yes, she was.
There you go.
I didn't see her.
Influencer, and yeah, she was
She's-
outside.
okay, all right.
There's all kinds of great stories in here.
I
as
love James Lane
usual.
Post. And by the way, everyone on the staff there they're awesome people. They
And
really
Ty,
are.
in particular.
It's kind of like
is
the
just
adult
amazing.
newspaper out here because it's beautiful and big and it's still, is that
It
what
is.
they call a broadsheet?
Yes.
It's still like a big
That I could
newspaper
answer. It
with
is.
Speaking of
gorgeous
magazines,
photography.
look, Jean Shafroff is on the cover of Hampton.
What are the odds?
What are the odds of Jean
I'm
Shafroff
having,
on the-
she's doing her Bastille Day luncheon on Monday in the city. I'm going to that. I'm very excited about that. But if you've just joined us,
Wait a minute,
it is
Do you have
Art
to like
Weekend.
beg for bread and they like lock you in the Bastille?
No, it's
I
not
mean-
quite. It's not quite like Bastille
Okay,
Day in that
okay.
way.
Does she dress like this when she goes to King Cullen?
No, she's
I
got
don't
a
know.
day gown for
Okay.
that. She's.
Please tell
she
Jean
was,
hello for
She
me.
was
I'm
at
teasing.
the event last week at the Halsey thing, and she did a twirl, and I said, "That's the Shafroff twirl, ladies. Do not. If you do that, you owe her money." So that's patent pending. No, Jean's lovely, and she's raised a lot of money. Also has a great show on this particular network. If you're just joining
Wait a minute. Did you hear? I know you haven't done anything about this in the East
About the
Hampton
plover
Star.
nixing the Montauk?
The plovers in Montauk.
Are they plovers or plovers?
Plovers, piping plovers.
Oh,
I thought they were piping clovers.
Okay, guys, fine. Okay.
Anyway,
Okay,
But
wait,
anyway,
go back and tell the story. Go.
Bridget, I drove all the way out here. I get to do one thing, which is the piping plover nest.
Yeah.
2 hours before the Montauk fireworks were going to start, they had canceled them because of the plovers.
Well, didn't Jerry Della Famiglia used to say they taste like chicken?
Yes, he did, and that they were little cotton balls with legs. He used to say, "No, I don't have a problem with plovers, with people with the fireworks not happening because they're in an endangered species there, but to wait until 2 hours before, everybody was already there. They had like their
That's
picnic
horrible.
baskets
Yeah,
and
that's
everything. It's like, yeah, wasn't that weird?
Another
That's so
headline:
weird.
complaints piling up. That's about this show.
It is about this.
Well, that means people. A long time ago, I said to Jerry because people would like send hate mail to the Independent.
Oh,
and I-
about the piping clover thing?
No, just
Why
about
don't they
everything.
rehearse?
Just about the fact that
Says
we
so.
existed. And
Complaints about our show. Why
No-
don't they rehearse?
no, but
Have any
and
idea
Jerry
about it.
said if people are complaining, it means they're reading the paper.
Oh, that's
so
good.
if people are complaining, it means they're watching the show. So
Okay,
there you
good.
go.
We have an art fair happening all this weekend
Yes.
in Southampton at the Elks Lodge.
Yeah, you
or
don't
what
want to
they call
drive
the
there
state-
unless you're going to the show, which is
Yeah.
wonderful.
You should
So it's
blade in if you can.
Yes.
If you have that kind of dough.
Yes,
And for
absolutely.
some of the prices that some of the art out there, you might need to have that kind of money. That is one of the big things going on also at Mulford Farm.
Mulford Farm. Home
There's
sweet home.
the 18th annual Antique Show in East Hampton, again, all weekend long. So if you're seeing this on a Saturday or a Sunday, it's still going on.
Yeah, it's
we
so
like to
much
say
fun.
Weekend Live. If you're watching this show right now on LTV, everything we're talking about is happening this weekend.
Right.
This
Including
weekend.
the great
This
Harry
weekend.
Benson, who was just here a moment ago. If you missed that, rewind if you have that
He was
capability.
lovely. What a sweet
and
man.
he's and also Steve Herman from the Contessa Gallery wanted me to point out that the original origin story was written about at DC Comics about Superman in Cleveland, Ohio, which is where Steve is from. So he
Yes.
was.
Oh,
doing a
I was
little-
like, why
He was
does we
super
care about
excited.
Cleveland and the
mention.
Hamptons?
I was like, and he was like, I'm from Cleveland. I was like, I figured that
okay.
out.
All right, we've got some talking
Yes.
points here. First is apparently online this weekend, Julia Louis-Dreyfus told Michelle Obama the trick to getting house guests to stay in your house, and she was also talking about grown-up children who come back, is to have a high thread count mattress, high thread count
Sheets.
sheets, and a really, really good mattress so people come back.
So wait a minute. So wait, if you do the opposite,
Right, so the Hamptons hack
Oh,
to get
good.
people not to stay, your 8 people to leave, is have a 3 or 4
I just cut
count
off the Wi-Fi.
and an
3?
IKEA.
I cut off the Wi-Fi.
An Army cot.
Can you imagine 3 thread count sheets? It would be like
I cut off the Wi-Fi.
He's
That's
right, the
really-
They
Wi-Fi.
leave right
No
away.
Wi-Fi
That was-
is the way
oh,
to
I've
go.
got work to do. I've got to leave. I've got to leave.
That is really smart. Very, very clever.
Take your
Sometimes
dirty
they
towels
leave-
with you.
They leave tire marks. They leave so quickly.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard enough getting signal out here at this
Yeah.
time of year. I can't believe it's still when I come back. I mean, Costa Rica,
Has
we have
better signals.
Absolutely.
Those of you familiar with this show know that every week we try and have some kind of a Hamptons hack, something that we do. Like I said early in the summer, if you can only go north and south instead of east and west, that's a much better thing to do. We've told you about the pre-fee at Arthur and Son. They're doing that all summer long. At the bar, you can get burgers. But my new one this week, and we get no money for this, but throw this up in the visual behind us there. Or
CVS
do it
Pharmacy?
that way.
Okay.
The CVS card is
I
the
use it.
greatest discount program, the best frequent flyer, the best, and again, we're getting nothing for this mention. And it's a
$5.44
big
a
mention.
month.
That's okay.
$5.44 a month.
What?
No, but
The
they have one.
card.
They have
The
one.
CVS card.
Once
No,
a
no,
month,
no,
you
no,
get a 30% off a full price auto.
Dude, I get a 40% off
Oh.
sometimes. And the way you get more of them, and that's the crazy thing,
Is
is
use
you
them.
use them. And
Right.
the next day you get another one. How are they making any money?
I don't know.
You get
How
like-
can they
And
live?
a friend of mine who lives in the city said, "You don't have the CVS card." I'm like,
I
"Oh."
know. It sounds
like-
great. It
I
sounds
love
like
how
they're
these
one of our
guys are like
sponsors.
discovering the joy of couponing, of clipping coupons.
Back in the day when we used to have television, when we did real television shows, we used to remember we
real television
We used to have like that coupon lady on. Was that Good Day New York? I can't remember.
I
And she
forgot
would
her
come
name. She
on,
was amazing.
and she was like, "I pay $10 a
Right.
month for
They,
groceries."
they had that video of her checking out at the, and she got $700 worth of groceries,
I
and
used
the
to
bill was
follow
like
her.
$1.40 or something.
I used to follow her. I thought she was amazing.
To contradict what you just said,
Yeah.
that isn't necessary. If you have the
CVS card.
it automatically.
automatically.
The other day I said apply all coupons when I checked out.
Oh, yeah,
and
click,
I got
click, click,
$70
click.
back.
That's
You guys
awesome.
are hilarious.
Yeah. All right,
do
that's
agree.
my Hamptons hack this week. What we've got to talk real estate.
Yeah, let's-
now
Yes.
that now that the great Bethany Frankel has described every possible burg out here,
Yeah.
we're wondering where should we go. In the meantime, what's new this week on television? Ballerina, the John Wick. Oh no, go Ray. Have you seen Ballerina, the John Wick?
No, but
movie?
you said it was one of the best movies of the summer.
Is it?
Fantastic.
Really?
It was in theaters 2 weeks ago, and now you can rent it at home. It's premium video on demand, which is $19, but still. The Phoenician Scheme, the Wes Anderson thing that was just at Sag Harbor
I
Theater.
already saw one Wes Anderson movie.
And you've seen them all. The Karate Kid Legends with Jackie Chan is up there. Thunderbolts, the new
This
Avengers.
sounds fun. Sovereign with Dennis Quaid and Nick Offerman.
Okay,
That sounds
that's
awesome.
the one interesting one. That
Okay,
opened
what is
today or this weekend.
I don't
in
see any movies
theaters
with Quaids.
And on. Okay,
Oh,
well.
stop.
I'm a Quaid-free
Okay.
household.
It's very timely, is all I'm going to tell you. A father
Okay.
and son go on the run after a murder.
All right.
And finally,
Very timely. How's that timely?
well, no, they're very Trumpy,
No, but
I
then
think, and
finally
they're
you
very
have this-
NRA and very.
we got to move it.
Foundation.
Okay,
yeah.
Apple TV has a new thing called Foundation. Well, actually, it's season 3 with Jared Harris. We'll take a look at that, and when we come back, we are talking real estate at a little round table over there. Here's Foundation.
Here we go. And
Centuries ago, when they predicted the fall of the galaxy, the Foundation was created to save humanity. But the coming darkness was always the turning point.
The mule is here. We're out of time.
You think I'm a monster? I have talents, you see. I can worm my way into people's minds. Convert enemies into allies. Hate into love.
I've never known such rush.
Nothing hectic. Just a little nudge.
Darkness is coming. Maybe just for us, maybe for everything.
The mule is your battle, Gale. That's my job to ensure you're prepared.
Emil's abilities are far beyond anything I can do. Her future was foretold.
Harry wanted you to have a better life than he has.
We need empire and foundation to beat them all. We act together, or we lose.
Everything is going to end. She is the only one who can stop it.
Tell me, was this part of your plan?
This is where everything is headed.
What a catchy tune that is. I've never heard it. Anyway, Sarah Alvarez from Ravis Home Mortgage joins us. Big stuff happening this week in the mortgage world and financing world and the interest world, or whatever you want to call it. Sarah, give us an update now.
Absolutely. Well, we have all been watching very closely what's going on in the rate market, hoping for some relief. But recent announcements by the administration on tariffs are really throwing a wrench into the mix. From copper to Canadian imports to Brazilian goods, these trade moves are really driving up prices and making the Fed cautious. And a cautious Fed is not going to cut rates.
It makes sense. Actually, I think it has a lot of home buyers on the sidelines just sort of nervous because no one knows what the heck is going on.
Do you know there's a 50%, potentially a 50% tariff on copper? That's going to have a huge impact on the cost of building homes, renovations.
Copper piping, yeah. Or, I mean, they can go to PVC, but copper is most homes out here have copper piping.
Well, it's inflationary, and that's a problem.
So, and so you don't see any cuts in the near future at all?
It's becoming less clear, I would say. Basically, the Fed is going to continue to wait for a clear picture on inflation, and these tariffs are causing inflation to be sticky, which is not really where we want to be.
So more inflation, they keep the rates a little higher to curb the inflation, correct?
It's essentially the higher for longer. And it also will probably make them more cautious as they continue to cut rates in terms of the speed. Although the good news is that from the Fed meeting, from the minutes this week, we did see that they still intend, there is a majority agreeing that they intend to cut rates this year. So,
where are rates now for, let's say, a 30-year fixed?
So mortgage rates are still sitting around 6 3/4, so 6.75, and that's a lot higher than people want to see them.
Yeah.
We do think that, unfortunately, they'll be a little bit range-bound. There are dips, so it just makes sense to be prepared and ready to go when you find the right property.
Now, a lot of people bought out here during COVID, and I think probably more than a few bought interest-only or got interest-only loans. Most of them are, what, 5-year?
Well, it depends, but if anybody got an adjustable rate mortgage during COVID, we are seeing those starting to expire. So it'll be really interesting if that changes the affordability for people on the properties.
It's good. I assume that we're going to see a lot of people start putting their houses on the market. Yeah.
Especially people who are having difficulty renting this year, which has definitely been an ongoing story.
Wow. But then they can also refi too. But what is the average cost now to do a refi?
It
varies, I know.
It varies, and it of course depends on the loan amount. But in New York, we have the mortgage tax, which makes it more expensive than other places. So.
Oh, that additional 1%. Plus, we have the Peconic Land Trust tax. So that's an additional.
You don't actually pay the Peconic Land tax again on a refi.
As a sale or a refi. Yes,
or the mansion tax, actually. But the mortgage tax, which is also the 1%, does come into play with a refi. So it's certainly you have to take that into consideration when you're looking at what your savings will be.
Is there a season for mortgages where more people start, like especially out here in the Hamptons, a busy season for mortgages?
It's become certainly less seasonal, but it's interesting because we can see towards the end of the year, as banks are starting to try to hit their specific numbers, that maybe they'll add a few incentives, which can get the market moving.
Now, people want to get a hold of Sarah Alvarez, Ravis Home Mortgage.
Find me online.
Find her online, and you can talk real estate with her all day long. She loves talking real estate. Sarah, thanks again for being here. The weather this weekend, if you want to go to open houses or do anything fun, it's originally they were predicting really cruddy weather, but actually it's supposed to be nice now.
Nice weather.
We got nice weather. Take a look.
Yeah.
Here we go.
not just because it's my daughter's site. She does it with two other friends. They just got an award from Dan's Papers the other day.
Really? That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
they're an
Good for
outstanding
them.
little website. So one of the outstanding restaurants that I have been to and is amazing is Wayan on 3 Mile Harbor.
Wayan and
Enjoy-
Madej, yeah?
Yeah.
Wayan and Madej.
Madej, yeah. I
Yes,
just,
yes.
everything is so hard to pronounce with you guys.
No, those are two.
From the last name to the restaurant.
Well, those are really well-known kind of South Asian names, aren't they? I mean, Wayan, Madej,
so Wayan is actually means firstborn.
firstborn, right?
And Madej means
Second one.
Second-born.
Well,
And
say
then
hello to
what's third?
Cedric and
Ochi.
Ochi.
Ochi, yes, welcome.
Founders and the really the blood, sweat, tears, and salt and sugar behind Wayan on 3 Mile Harbor. As I mentioned earlier in the show, you guys used to be over in East Hampton, where Camp Rosa is this year.
correct, yeah.
And this new space really kind of seems to suit you.
Absolutely.
Because it has a look and a feel almost of an exotic French Polynesian resort.
This is our third season actually out east. And we're very, being on the water like that. I mean, we have this beautiful sunset, outdoor eating, semi-outdoor and indoor. So there's a little bit of experience for everyone.
Yeah.
And we're bringing French Indonesian cuisine, a little more Indonesian than French, is more technique, but we're bringing those flavors out east and using a lot of local also ingredients.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
We're going to show some of the fantastic food, both from your website, but also from Hungry for Hamptons. What are we looking at there?
I mean, that is the lobster noodle, which is our...
That's the signature dish,
That's the
isn't it?
signature dish. We started that about 6 years and a half ago in New York City and has been our
At
number
Vong?
one ever since.
Was
So
that at Vong Kitchen?
I'm sorry?
Was it, where did you?
No, that's from actually
Oh,
the
from
original
Hawaiian,
Hawaiian in
the one in
New
New York
York
City.
City. So we're using...
We should mention the family connection. The DNA is strong.
The DNA is strong with this one.
Jean-Georges is your father.
That's correct.
And did you start cooking, both of you, at like a very young age?
Well, you went
yeah.
to the CIA.
I mean,
huh?
we actually met in the CIA. My background, my father has been traveling all around the world. I was born in Thailand because he was chef at that time over there.
At Bangkok, yeah.
In Bangkok, that's correct. And similarly, her family is also in the restaurant.
In catering business, yeah.
Big catering.
Yeah.
That's great. So you guys met at Culinary Institute of America. When I say
Exactly.
CIA, that's what I mean.
Yeah, they weren't double agents. It's not Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Were you a sous chef at Jean-Georges?
I worked my way from
Chef
line
de
cook
cuisine?
in Nugatine to all the way to become a sous chef at the main, the Michelin star restaurant. And then eventually that's when I went to Perry Street. And then, Ochi does her own thing at Percy and other very big restaurants in New York City.
That's great.
Danielle
He's
as
the
well.
brains behind the pea soup, I think, at Perry Street. Is that
That's
right?
that's
Yeah,
a piece
yeah.
of.
Oh my God, the
So
best
can I-
pea soup you've ever had. So as we're looking at
Yeah,
some of
what's
these,
that?
sort of tell us what
Eggplant?
is
No,
that
what's that?
eggplant?
Yeah.
That's eggplant. And we serve that here at Wayan Madej out
So
east.
it's eggplant balado. This is a very famous dish in Indonesia, and it's roasted and then it's covered with sambal, which sambal is a condiment in Indonesia with all different type of chili, green, red. In that case, is red chili. This lemongrass is very flavorful. We put that in the oven. It's roasted, and you can literally scoop it out with a spoon. It's unique flavors, right? It's very authentic.
Well, unique
Indonesian.
flavors is really the headline for the restaurant. I mean, there's nothing like this out here, and there are very few like them in the city. I mean, it's very, very, it's dramatic. What do we have there?
This is our satay bowl. So you have chicken satays with some corn fritters. Of course, rice is always rice is important, like bread in France. This is the
Right.
need to have rice in Indonesia. But
But
this
you
is
have coconut, right? You're doing things a little
Yeah,
different
we're
with
doing
the rice,
turmeric
yeah.
rice, coconut rice is different variation of that.
What
yeah.
What are some of the differences between your locations in the city and here? I mean, you said fresh ingredients. Is that a joy for both of you to?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I would say the menu is pretty, 80% the same. Like lobster noodle is not being touched, but for example, today we're doing a special. We're doing whole fluke, right? Local cut, and we're going to be grilling it, covering it with some type of sambal sauce on it, different vegetables. We don't have that dish in the New York City. This is really specific to this location.
Working with the local
so are some of the
purveyors,
kudos and exactly. Yeah.
That's really important.
And then all the produce is from 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
From Montauk or from across, from Balsam,
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
So do you
work
go
with
to the
Alex.
fish markets out here the way you do in the city, or do you have vendors that actually come? They call you and say at 3 a.m. we've got a good fluke.
It's more in the morning, early. Yeah, I mean not 3 a.m, but early in the morning.
Yeah.
But we have contact with them, like at Gosman, and we directly. Do you have razor clam today? And they do have razor clams as a special.
Yeah, so we're gonna have
we're
that
running that
special
as a
today.
special just tonight. If we sell out, maybe tomorrow, but it sells out pretty quickly.
I want to ask you a completely different question, which is when you get a day off, don't laugh, but when you have a day off, what do you like to cook at home?
Whatever the wife wants.
Oh, that's the best answer ever. What do
She
you
has a lot
want?
of
So
things.
last night he cooked like lobster, like bisque with like Asian flavor bisque.
She wanted
So-
the-
Coming to their house.
We're coming over.
My wife goes to Round Swamp, which is,
That's great.
it'd save some money if we came to your house.
Do you guys have kids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them is right over there.
Yeah,
I
they're
saw
all
him
in
over
the,
there.
actually, they all work in the restaurant, is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
correct?
That's so wonderful. So
Yeah.
it really is generations.
I mean, the restaurant, they don't want to be in the kitchen. They're very happy in the part of the service and running food. Kitchen
But they're
is
showing an interest in being part of the restaurant business eventually?
I hope so.
I hope so too. It's wonderful
I
when you can
started,
pass
I
it on.
was starting at 9 years old. I knew this is what I wanted to do. So, you know,
Pretty
different
sure that's against the
generation.
law. No.
Yeah, I was
wasn't
lucky. I
working.
kind of, I mean, not lucky, but I escaped being on the line at any
That's
of my
right, you
dad's
were in a,
restaurants.
you
Oh,
grew
yeah?
up in a
But
restaurant.
I didn't, so I never did it. But my brothers and sisters got roped in, and of course Jenny ended up running the restaurants.
You were talking about what would be special there this evening, and perhaps some of it will still be around tomorrow. If someone's watching this on Sunday, the thing I find interesting is you don't know what's going to be special on Sunday, do you? Until you look at what's available
But
Saturday.
you're open 7 days a week.
Right. And that's the news. We try and say something's new about everybody that's on the show this weekend. And this month, you just started opening 7 days a week. You were open just Wednesday or Thursday through Sunday. And
That's
now,
correct.
for the rest of the season, you're there 7 days a
Until
week.
August, and-
It's a tough ticket. So what do you tell people about how to get in? Is there we do the Hampton Hacks thing here. Is there a way to sneak in on at 5 on a Wednesday? Or
Honestly, the best, I mean, if you go on platform online to make reservation all the time, it's
Resi,
fully
yeah.
booked, right,
Resi,
Resi?
yeah.
The best way for me is to come in, walk in, right? You
Yeah.
come in, you have any space available, 9 out of 10, we'll find something, or the bar outside, absolutely.
you're going to
Maybe
live
not
to
tonight.
regret those
And
words.
I'm saying that because I'm hiding in the kitchen, she's in the front.
She's at the front of the house going, he was lying. He made it up.
Question from the Peanut Gallery. Is it
Yes.
open all year long? And are you
No,
guys
we're-
going to be open all year long?
It's definitely just this for the season.
Just for
right?
the
Yeah.
season,
Until
yeah.
August 31st,
Until
until
August.
maybe one day we'll find something more
Permanent
permanent,
home,
so.
yeah.
And where are you located, in the 50 seconds we have left, where are you located in the city all year long?
So we're in Nolita in Spring between Mount Elizabeth. Literally next door, we have Wayan and Mare. In the mouth of the restaurant, my father's Perry Street, located in the West Village, so.
Yeah, Perry Street is a very special place, very good.
Thank you.
Listen, thank you so much for coming. We'll let you go because you've got to get back to the.
Yes, I hope so.
We've had an
Thank you.
applause-filled show, and I'm thrilled to say it. I'm thrilled you could join us again. She's back to Costa Rica. Get her to send you some
I'm going back to
spices.
Costa Rica.
Okay, we're gonna go there, yes,
come
for
with me.
surfing.
We've been there.
Yeah.
This is Weekend Live. I'm Bill McCuddy for Patrick McLaughlin, for the whole staff and crew here. Thank
Bridget
you so
Leroy.
much.
Bridget
We're
Leroy.
leaving, Bridget, we're coming over to weigh-in right now. So
the
if
flute,
you're
get the
watching
flute.
this,
Get the
join
flute
us.
and
We're
the razor
probably still
clamp.
there.
Gosh, that sounds amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.